Welcome to Trends in AI, live from the Hannover Messe in Germany, the biggest industrial fair in Europe, maybe in the world. And I'm here at the Beckhoff booth with Jannis Doppmeier,
Yes.
who is product manager for the TwinCAT CoAgent. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, we are Beckhoff Automation. We are an automation technology, as the name said. So we are a full solution provider for machine builders, for example, who want to automate the machine. So have an IPC-based approach. So the controller is running on an IPC, and we have all the components you need to automate the machine.
Yeah, and so for Hannover Messe insiders, you're also known as the best party of the Hannover Messe, right? Which was yesterday.
Yeah.
Where everybody gets together on your booth. So thanks for that. It was great. What I want to go into is a little bit your new CoAgent product, which employs an agentic AI approach to really make engineers in industry go faster. So can you explain briefly kind of what we see here, how it works and what role it plays?
Yeah, thanks. A good introduction. So yeah, we designed a system, or we created CoAgents for our system. As you mentioned, we need engineering for our projects to build up the machines. And we have different areas. And for different areas, we created own agents. For example, for our PLC, for our HMI, and also for the I/O part, so I would say the basic configuration of the IPC.
Yeah.
And yes, how do we do this? We use standard large language models, for example, like ChatGPT. Or
you don't train your own foundation models?
No. So we use them or Anthropic Cloud.
Yeah.
And then connect them to our service. And yeah, of course, we're doing the system initialization on prompt-based approach. We give the agents tools to our projects. For example, the PLC agent can read the code from the code base. He can search our database for samples, or for example, to get even better results if you use directly ChatGPT, for example.
Yeah. So it's a little bit playing in the same space as a development tool, like let's say GitHub Copilot or Cursor or Lovable or many of these. Nowadays, you can do vibe coding, right? Without any coding at all.
I love to do it.
And I don't know if that's a good idea for PLC programming, but what is the main difference between your tool and, let's say, more generalistic, coding assistance?
I would say, yeah, it's comparable on the part. When you go to PLC, for example, then we also create code. We have some tasks to solve. Our language is the IC 61131. It's not so high represented in the data sets they train the models on.
Yeah, so Claude is very good at coding, for example, right?
Yeah, and it's also not bad at coding for PLCs. Yeah. But we do have to do some in addition to make him known to some samples, for example. And yeah,
and so how
on the fronting side to make the results even more better, because it's not so high represented.
And so what are some of the AI techniques that you have used? You don't have access to the Claude weights, right? So you cannot fine tune it for PLC. So you must add the knowledge in some other way.
Yeah, of course, we use RAG, for example, for our database. So when we want to make him known to our documentation, and we now use I would say, agentic RAG approach.
Yeah.
So we give a tool to the agent, and he can decide if you want to look up tools. And even, I would say, Sumé is very good at doing explorable searches. So you start with the first search, get the results, and you look at this, what he's getting there, and maybe do a search in addition to get even more better results.
Right. And so some people say that agents is a little bit of a buzzword, right?
Yeah.
Everything is agents now.
Yeah.
How you have worked with sort of more classical RAG and LLM approaches in the past? What does the agents framework kind of allow you to do, which you couldn't do in the past?
Yeah. One, as I already mentioned, is to get better results from our documentation, because sometimes then it depends on the semantic when you only do a standard RAG.
Yeah.
And it depends on your data.
Yeah, you need really good retrieval to have good RAG, right?
Our data was not prepared for LLMs, for example. But we also have other agents. And there is not only coding, I would say it's more configuration.
Yeah.
And so there you need the tools. It's hard to generate the whole description from a project. It's easier to do it step by step. Say, I want to add just this setting with a tool call, for example. And this is why agents works very good for us.
Yeah.
So PLC, get a sample, that's what was there at the beginning. But now you can also do configuration or something like that. And
so you cover a larger area of the actual tasks of the engineer.
Yes.
And so it's still early stage, but what is sort of the feedback you're getting? And most of all, I think the buyers are interested also in the value. So in the bottom line, what kind of productivity increase or, a real effect on the workforce do you see this having?
Yeah, first of all, the feedback is very good. A lot of people get amazed by this when you see it the first time.
Yeah.
We did start with internal tests. We also do applications on our own for machine builders. And what we get from our first test group was something like 20%, 30%, performance increase.
Yeah.
So I would say it sounds not so bad.
Yeah. So obviously in Germany, Europe, there's quite a large skills shortage. So in some sense, it's allowing companies to do more with the talent they have, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is what we are looking for. So to make everybody faster, especially in this area, a lot of working on single projects, special machines, and the software engineer is always the last on the chain.
Yeah.
So the construction engineer build up the machines, and the electrician comes, and then maybe the deadline is coming nearer, and you have to develop the software in a very short matter of time. And so now you have an assistance for this that you can you don't have to write every single line and can produce it more efficiently.
Well, that's great. Thanks, Jannis, for the interview.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to next year's Hannover Messe and the further innovation on agents, but also to your next party on your booth.
I can imagine. Thanks.
Thanks.